losing the knee line from cross-ashi, what are you supposed to do, and what are some strategies for keeping the knee line in place? So let's talk about what our issue is. Our issue here is, so from any situation where we have inside cross-ashi here, so our feet are on the inside, as people call this a saddle position, okay? But the idea is that we're controlling both of our partner's legs, okay? We call this double trouble. This is a great example of how you can control both of your partner's legs, restricting their motion, their movement. When he goes to move around from here, pull backwards, go ahead, very difficult, okay? When he goes to rotate to either side, it's also very difficult. We have good attacks on the top leg here, okay? Usually having to do with like Achilles lock variations. And then if we lose this leg, we have attacks to our partner's bottom leg, okay? So this was first kind of came to prominence when Gordon finished Cyborg, and then there was a lot of discussion, kind of review and analysis of that, but this is the same position, okay? Now, sometimes your partner will free this leg here, okay? And you'll end up with only controlling your partner's inside leg, like this, all right? So you just have this. Now, the issue is that when you have both legs, it's very easy to have an anchor grip and control your partner's leg. But especially after you've been training for a while and you're both sweaty, in that escape, ideally what you want to do is come back and you want to attack your partner's heel, okay? But in this transition between losing this leg, okay, and gaining the heel, a good person is going to straighten their leg and they're going to start to slip their knee. So his knee starts to slip away, and now we have a problem, which is that we can't control our partner's leg in any meaningful way. We can't really get a bite on the heel, okay? The way his foot is turned, it's kind of awkward to dig through and get an Achilles lock. So what do we do here? Well, whenever we're losing the leg and we feel like the leg is slipping, one good strategy, one thing definitely for you to pay attention to, first of all, is where your partner's knee is. If your partner's knee is closer to you than your knees, then you've got pretty good control over it. But if his knee is further away than my knees, then it's totally gone. Okay, so we're always watching the knee. And then one thing that we can do is we can take a grip on our partner's knee tendon, hold it, and keep their knee bent. When your partner goes to slip a bent leg, it's much more difficult than when they're going to slip a straight leg. Okay, a straight leg will often just go right out the space. But when you have the bent leg, it's a little more difficult. Plus, you get a very good bite, good connection and control over the leg. So when we have this grip, it's going to make it harder for him to slip. Then we can go back and we can deal with this part of the leg, okay, the end of the lever. To do that, don't use your hand. Just take a wider part of your body, that's going to be your forearm, so really your elbow to your wrist, and you're going to cover your partner's calf muscle with that. So when we do that, not only do we get control over the ankle with our elbow, but we have coverage so that we have good connection between our forearm and our partner's calf muscle. Now, not only do we have a more bent leg and a good anchor grip here, but we've got that strong connection. So when he goes to pull away, he finds it's much more difficult. Now we can slowly slide until our bicep covers our partner's toes, and then there's that heel exposure that we were looking for. Once you're here, you're looking to go wrist to wrist or palm to palm is good. There are a lot of ways people talk about finishing this. One of the ways that's most effective is to take your partner's heel and just pin it here to the mat. Okay, once you do that, when they go to slip their leg again, it's really difficult because their heel is anchored into the floor, and you can release your hand. You don't have to worry quite as much about holding their knee because you have control over the toes and you have control over your partner's heel. Now from here, you can bring your hips up and start to go into your finish, okay? So double trouble is a great position to be in. If you feel like your partner's leg is slipping, up to the knee, and then we're using not just our hand, but our forearm to control. It's gonna help slow down their escape, give you more time to get the bite that you need in order to finish, okay? Hopefully this was helpful for you. Questions, you can always put them down below. We do our best to get to all of them. And then there are some links there to some stuff that we're doing. If you wanna learn more about this, we have a video on leg entanglements with BJJ Fanatics is down there as well, okay? Thanks so much for watching. See you soon.